because it's like there's something like, I think the sense is if I open up, which is always a risk, right? To who are you really? Not who are you with this thing that I shared and not everything that I know, but actually what is that inexhaustible thing that I can't conclude about you? How about we feel it together? In that moment, right, there's a risk in some sense. So I noticed there that when there's a lot at stake, this sense of risking to open up into the vertical will experience that in terms of their family and their close friends. They have the hardest time bringing what they're learning, for example, encircling into those relationships. And so much is at stake.
So I want us to ask the question of what's at stake, because there's something really powerful underneath this. I love that synchronistic that you brought up that example, Guy, because I was actually thinking of something very concrete, which is that I recently got back in touch in a meaningful way with a cousin of mine who I haven't had a relationship with properly since we were 12 years old. And what I find so fascinating is that they're getting to know each other completely de novo, as though from scratch. And yet, even though those years of getting together once a year, embedded in the familial context, even though there was no deep and profound intelligible content shared between us, that something accrued over that time. Something is there. It wasn't for naught. It wasn't incidental. There's something that was gathering together, but it's gathering together under layers of sediment, and it's revealing under those layers of sediment threatens something. What is the thing that is threatened?
Yes.
Because if the thing that we prioritize as being most profound and real is that contemplative verticality that bridges us into a domain of ideas, if it's not the incidental events and histories, then it's leaving something very important out of the story. It's leaving something far more embodied and visceral and something of the gut. It leaves it out of the picture. So this is I think this is a fulcral question somehow that I don't know, and I don't know why, but what is the danger of speaking forth something that will risk changing the significance of all of those years of history? And if that changes, what else changes? What is that danger?